just got this package. Let's open it up. Look at that! Exactly what I wanted, guys. Exactly what I wanted. One of the coolest things about making D&D craft stuff is you can use pretty much anything. This package box is perfect. All I want to do is go ahead and cut a little piece off at the side here, and we are going to start crafting something right now. Of course, my blade missing is a problem. Got my blade. We're just going to cut a little slice off of there. I'm going to start crafting. The only thing you're really going to need, you can use a blade, you can also use an X-Acto knife if you have one, but you could basically just use a pair of scissors, and these are crappy little scissors that I use because it's the only ones I have. The other things you're going to need are glue. I like to keep my glue in this little container that came from like a radish dish thing. This is Elmer's Glue All. You buy it by the gallon, it's super cheap, but if you don't have Elmer's Glue All, you could always just use straight up school glue. I need a paintbrush to keep it wet. We're going to need a little cup of water. And I always keep a rag that I put right back here that I can set my glue on. My brush on when I'm not using it. So I set it like that. So there we go. That's pretty much all we're going to need. With the brush, make sure it's ready to go. And let's make something. So the first thing I like about this cheap craft is you can pretty much mess up all you need and it's still gonna work. So let's make a long ladder like this. See, my cut's not straight? That's fine. I'm gonna cut a couple more strips of different sizes and shapes, not caring too much about how perfect they're coming out. Then I'm just gonna take the scissors, look at the width of this, I'm just gonna cut some pieces. It's going to be a scrap piece there. Not caring too much about how they come out. It's all we need. Take our glue. One thing I like to do, because I've been getting better at this, is I use, let's see, a Sharpie marker, which is in my pocket. It's not in my pocket. Where's my Sharpie? Man, probably should have planned for this video better. Bam! So I got a Sharpie marker. Okay? Boom, boom. This is pretty much my main tool. Before I go ahead and do this, I'm going to make a straight line down the center. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but the straighter the better. That's all I really need to do. I'm also going to go ahead and color the sides all the way down. Give a little bit of definition. We're going to do the tops. Do this side. Notice I'm not trying too hard to make like perfectly straight lines because honestly I like the imperfection in this. If you're looking to craft realistic stuff, there's lots of channels out there for it. I haven't seen too many on the more animated look. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. Now basically, we're just going to take the glue. Just a little thin layer, so it'll glue right on. We'll just start placing these on here. Doesn't matter if they're straight. Doesn't matter what size they are. Nothing really matters. It's 100% the way you look at it and the beauty that you see in it. If you don't like the way it's going, take a piece off, redo it, remake it. Only take a few minutes. Try new things because it's so easy and cheap to do this. You can make all kinds of stuff and you can see how you like it. For instance, if I don't like one of these sticking out or protruding in the way it's protruding, I can cut it off later before I actually paint or color the outside of the paints. I'm not going to be painting anything in most of these videos unless if I show you the way I used to make my stuff. Notice that that one goes down to the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put one here too. That's it. You just let that dry. It's a nice little ramp. I'll bring this down so you guys can see better. That's all it takes. This is a nice little crossboard or a bridge or anything you want it to be, a ladder. I mean, this is pretty much anything you'd like. What I will do after it dries, and I'll just give you a demonstration, is what I usually do is I go ahead and do the same thing I did on the first one to the outsides of the steps. Gives them some definition. And then I usually put two little dots. I was kind of stupid because the wood's there. I'm going to do little dots like that where the wood would be. Ignore those. We'll just pretend they don't exist. Or you know what you could do? Just rip that off and replace it with a new one. It is that easy, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's just a quick craft to show you what can happen. Obviously, you'd want to let this dry before you start coloring it. If you don't like the way it looks, you could just take some scissors, clip off the parts that you think don't look good. Angles are always good. It gives it some definition. And that's pretty much it. Let it dry, draw it in, and you have a little bridge. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and keep crafting.